So, hey guys, welcome in our sweet working group. Uh, let's start for today. And there is my screen. Do you see it? Right?
Mm-hmm.
So there are no points from previous meeting. Let's start with the agenda. First thing, this week Gareth raised an issue. Gareth with Radu. That eventing is not working properly because of some problem with Knative installation. It's the issue. I'll show it now. We identified the problem. There were two problems. First of all, named Knative Eventing namespace is not getting injected, and there are no sidecars which are expected to be there. And so we are working right now on the not fix, but it's a feature we're developing in current release, so it will be delivered soon. And the second problem is that serving acceptance tests we wrote somehow left test services behind without deleting them. For now, we just disabled the test, but I've created, it's already merged to master, and I've created a follow-up to write those tests properly. So they're not relying on Helm, but are creating and deleting the services themselves. And there's a follow-up. It's labeled with our awesome working group. So someone is free to pick it up and fix whenever anyone has time. It's not crucial. As I said, the workaround is there. So eventing should be unblocked. So it can wait a while until someone is ready to pick it up. Any question to that, guys? If not, that's all on the topic. Gareth, now it's yours.
Yeah, so let me share my screen maybe. That will. Okay, and yeah, so I have two updates. The first one is basically I had a discussion with the Knative eventing community, and then we shared our use cases. So what they're doing currently is they are collecting the use cases from different organizations, different products, like from Pivotal, from the Rift, and then I think from some other organizations also. And they are trying to see that how some of their primitives can serve more or less all of those use cases. So we have our use cases from the eventing also down mentioned, and then we had a discussion around that last time. And their idea was that they wanted to have a follow-up meeting just to make all of these use cases more concise, and then come up with a really primitive model for all these low-level use cases, and then see that how they can be composed or combined in interesting ways to serve all these things which different organizations, including Kyma, want to achieve. So this is going well, and I'm waiting for update. Maybe I will need to check on the Slack side. They're supposed to send a new meeting invite for some time. I don't know, next week or this week, as a separate meeting apart from their working group meeting, to have a longer discussion around this. So I will join that, and if anybody is also interested, I can also publish that same in our Knative channel, so that someone if wants to join, they can also join the same one. So this is the first update. Any comments or questions?
What's the name of the working group in Knative? Because it's
I think it's
this is eventing
working group. Okay.
Eventing working group. Yeah.
Okay.
So they
thanks.
have a meeting every Wednesday on 6 o'clock or 6 p.m. our time, CST. And but this meeting to discuss the use cases is supposed to be a separate meeting, a long one.
Okay.
Okay, then I'll go to the next item. So the next item is basically we want to upgrade Knative in Kyma to the 0.3 version, because it will add some values for the serving to remove the ingress gateway and also introduce maybe more new features and better stability. So one of the requirements is that we should first upgrade Kyma to the version that is compatible with Knative 0.3, which is currently minimal 1.11. So there is a pull request in progress, which is kind of getting more realistic and then nearing the completion stage. So the only thing that's pending there is we need to see how we can modify our infra components to use the new Minikube and Kubernetes versions. But apart from that, we look good on this, and we should be able to complete it soon. At least the Kubernetes upgrade, and then we can see that maybe in the next milestone we can pick up the Knative upgrade part. Okay, that's from my side. Already put that as a link, so anybody want to see, they can have a look and then provide any comments on this one if required.
Do you expect a review on that one? Or it
Yes,
is
I expect a review, and the next action item or the most important action item is that from the different components or different teams, we should just get some inputs or feedbacks that they are not impacting whatever controllers or operators they have written. So the tests are already working and passing fine. But apart from that, if something that has not been covered by test and something that relies on some Kubernetes 1.10 or features that are deprecated or not available in 1.11, maybe the teams should confirm that. But
okay.
anyways, the pull request is in there, and then I have removed the work in progress label because now there is no more as such a work pending apart from modifying the infra files to use the new dependencies.
Okay. So basically, it's ready to be reviewed and
Yes.
merged. Okay.
And Radu, regarding to this upgrade, what we have found today is that our eventing bus and the Nets stream provisioners needs to work to get it working with serving to one, and the installation part of Knative done inside of Kyma to be. Yes, we need to have an intermediate version of eventing, and which was not published by Knative. Eventing, this intermediate version was prepared by Knative for the KubeCon, and it's not labeled as a text, so that we could have a workaround till the version 0.3 of Knative is integrated in Kyma to publish the Docker images. There are 3 Docker images inside of our repository, of Kyma repository, and then change the installer to use this instead of the Docker coming with the version 0 to 1 from eventing. We have to think about this. If for me, it's a good thing if it's working, because we can continue to work without waiting till the eventing 0.3 is integrated in Kyma. For us, for example, for event bus for publishing, and we can continue to work. If not, we have a workaround, but it could be done only on our machine, because you have to work with the Knative development environment, and create your container from this version, which is the only version which is pre-release 0.3 from Knative eventing, working with serving 0 to 1. I will create an issue for this, and we have to decide if we will solve, because I suppose that the correction is very easy, only to change something in our Knative installation, these 3 images, which are produced only once by us and uploaded in the Kyma repository. And then we will have to change this with the upgrade to Knative 0.3. What do you mean, Gaurav?
No, I
We have
didn't
to
see
create a
that.
task, yes, if we want
Yeah,
to.
so definitely we need to take a test. What Radu means that currently, apart from the Nats streaming images, they will override one image that comes from the Knative eventing for now to get the
Two images, the control
2
and the
images. Okay,
webhook, yes.
okay. So both
Okay.
the controller and webhook, which are the key components of Knative eventing, currently they will be overridden with the intermediate commit as compared to a proper Knative eventing release.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm, So, anything else, guys? One question on my side. Someone is willing to pick up those missing tests we have right now, or we treat it as not such important and leave it for the next release? I'm leaning more towards the second approach because we're unblocked now, and actually here we have full capacity, but not sure how about you guys.
So from our side, I would say also the same. The team is kind of overloaded or full capacity. So maybe we can see that we can do it in the next release based on how the things planned out.
Okay, so let's leave it for now.
Mhm.
Okay. So anything else? If not, I'd say it's cool, and let's go and have some coffee. And thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye bye.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye.